Eternals, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week where we talk about this beautiful, wonderful, nerdy world of ours. So, yes, please, but what we're saying, yes, yes, please, so yes, please, just yes, just please say your yeses and your pleases, no, it's your pleases and your thank yous. So I was about to say, so yeah, hopefully you've seen the recently released, at the time of recording it was released 2 days ago, new trailer for the Eternals, and just like Shang-Chi, I thought, let's sort of give the average MCU lover a little glimpse of who the Eternals are, kind of what they're about, and what we might be able to expect from the film when it drops. Just like Shang-Chi, the Eternals aren't a comic that I gravitated to, as per usual, as all Marvel fans will be. We know of the Eternals, we know the basics of them, and we know what's going on. Obviously, the hardcore readers will know a lot more than me, because they weren't my particular book to go to. But the stuff I do know is quite cool. I'm going to try and chuck out whatever information I can at you to try and get you ready for when the Eternals is out. If you do enjoy this video, wabooski, and let me know in the comments below anything that you think is important to know about the Eternals for just a regular fan, and to be fair, actually, maybe even myself, for someone who has 30% knowledge of the Eternals. You might be able to give me some knowledge ready for the film to be like, oh yeah, okay, that's what, yeah, blah blah blah. But yeah, let me know. But anyway, visuals. Here is my breakdown of who are the Eternals and what are they all about. I'm probably going to word this wrong, but from what I remember, the Eternals are sort of like a weird offshoot super strain of the stuff that made sentient life on Earth. They're kind of like a super. They're kind of like when sentient life on Earth was created, they were created, but they got a lot more of the good shit. They are the Arnold Schwarzenegger. We are the Danny DeVitos, and they were created by these celestial, these big higher powered beings, these alien like celestial beings, and that they intended them to be good celestials, intended them to be like the guardians of Earth, the protector and defenders of this realm, the OG, technically, I guess, Avengers, you know, the first line of defense against any sort of threat. So they were created by these big celestial powers that give them all of the attributes and abilities that they have. July of 1976, the Eternals issue 1 is when they made their comic book debut. Not that this helps you go into the film. And they were could be wrong here, 99% sure I'm right, they were a solo creation of Jack Kirby. I'm getting a message. I actually just took a break to write down what abilities and that I know of. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some stuff here, so I'm going to read it out. I'll quickly sit down. I'll make a note while I finish off my coffee. Okay, so right. The Eternals are like long living. They live for like a millennia. They live for a good while. They are unaffected by sort of like human stuff like illnesses and shit. Like they can't get cold, or you know, you can't poison them and stuff. And if we were to like shoot them with a gun, it wouldn't affect them. They're impervious to like generic human weapons and whatnot. They have like rapid regeneration. So they got basically a healing factor. They can also again, remember they're a lot of their power stuff and how powerful they are. I could be remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure a lot of their power related stuff is it's all to do with their mind sort of over matter. So like they could hold their breath underwater, but it's all to do with like how much they will their body and how much their mind is willing for them to do that. If that makes sense, like they have to be in their head like I could do this, I could smash this, I could do it all day, and they'll be perfect and amazing at it. They won't drown underwater or anything because they're so focused. Down the generic ones is like fly, energy, projection, strength. Some of them can have some of them all, because most of them have all of these abilities. It depends about their mind over matter shenanigans. I think if I remember that correctly, teleportation. They can turn. They can turn. Like what we're trying to say, like telepathically use like weapons and stuff like that. So they can use their mind to like chuck a spear at you, or use their mind to get that car out of the way, or all that kind of shenanigans. But the best thing that I remember so vividly out of everything that I've seen with the Eternals, again, numbers could be wrong. A handful of Eternals, it's three or four, can come together to create a big being, a big creature, you know, a big thing, a big version of themselves. They merge together, 3 or 4 of them, to create the Uni-Mind. So it's like this big, titany sort of monster. And again, sticking to the notes, because I went to the IMDb wiki page as well to write down which Eternals we're getting here. Like, this is just a handful of them. We're getting Icarus, Athena, Circe, Kingo, Ajax. I always call it Ajax because, like, the football team, but it's A-J-A-K as opposed to X like the football teams, like Ajax. Who else we got? Gilgamesh, Druid. There's a lot of different Eternals, but my biggest point out that I'm saying for that, the Eternals have had many different generations, adaptations. There was like the first reincarnation, then after certain events happened, there was this brand of Eternals, and these Eternals come along. There's been a few processes and a few different Eternals. It's not just like, you know, the likes of having your Iron Man, your Captain America, blah blah blah. Even though there's been multiples of them, but, you know, your random shenanigans. It's sort of like a human race society of their own, like here's our planet. You can imagine, just for you know, just to get a visualization here, imagine there was another planet populated by like 500 people. You know, there would be all Eternals that have all these badass powers and whatnot around them, and, you know, there's been different generations. So I think that's my best way. A base of superhumans created by celestial beings, made to protect Earth, got all these cool, awesome abilities. They've been here for generations, like 7,000 like fucking years or whatever more, protecting Earth, watching from a distance. It's kind of funny because you'll see the memes, actually. You'll see the memes from what we got from the trailer of them watching Thanos fight everybody. And they're just stood there back watching, because they have a cool, funny bit at the end of the trailer where, like, you know, who do you reckon is going to replace Captain Rogers and Tony Stark? And, you know, one of the Eternals is like, oh, it could be me, and they all start giggling and stuff. So they've been there, this whole time. They've seen it all go down. They would have seen the history of, you know, Infinity Stones and what goes on with there, and in cosmic stuff and Asgardian stuff. You know, they know the crack. They know what's going on. They know there'll be myths and legends about them, but they are real, and they're here. Okay, so to break down what I got from the trailer, what I feel like the film's about, they've got a group of, okay, no, we'll talk about the villains in a sec. It seems to me the Eternals have maybe reawakened or came back or made themselves visible after like 7,000. I don't know why I'm saying 7,000. After some time's passed, to protect humanity again, because like we said at the end of the trailer, you know, the Avengers seem somewhat potentially cracked. You know, other heroes off world and doing their own thing. So the Eternals feel like, okay, with the fall of the, you know, Captain Rogers. Well, not that he fell, but, you know, him gone and Tony Stark gone, they might need to step up now and start protecting the Earth until our heroes can come back and rejoin and regroup and whatnot. So this happened, and I'm assuming that I don't know if this is guaranteed or not, but I'm assuming that that their villains, the Deviants, which are the counterparts of the Eternals, created in the same sort of way, if I remember correctly, same sort of shenanigans goes on with them. Basically, how I'd explained the Eternals, the Deviants are the same but the evil versions. They must be threatening something. That's maybe why the Eternals have come back, because these lot are you know, awoken. They're here. They've come to destroy whatnot, and it's basically a way for the Eternals are here to stop the Deviants from either taking over the world, destroying the world, whatever it may be. So yeah, I think I got most of it all out there. Just a bit rambly and fast. Yeah, I think the film will be on you know, bullet point it in a few brief bullet points. The Eternals have come back because they need protecting from something. I'm assuming that something is the Deviants. They'll fight for the protection of the Earth. They'll win and eventually go forward to help, you know, the future Avenger films or potentially cosmic level threats and whatnot. Maybe in a you know, I don't know, Guardian sense of shenanigans, maybe, or another Asgardian sense of whatever it may be. I think that's your basic rundown of the film from what we've got so far anyway. And as to who they are, Celestials, created by big powerful alien Celestials. They're super duper powerful themselves. They're like the better versions of humans, here to protect. They have counterparts called the Deviants. They both don't like each other. They wanted to like destroy and whatnot. The Eternals are good guys. Yeah, I think I'll get. I should have just said that. And they've got loads of cool abilities: flight, energy protection, fight, blah blah blah, telepathic. Yeah. Visuals in a very unorganised, irrational. Like I said, I stopped it. I maybe should have took notes at the start of it, but I did it halfway through just to try and list off what abilities and stuff I remember. Probably got bits of it wrong. If I did, sorry. Any proper Eternals hardcore fans, let me know in the comments below. Anything else that this little Visual Guys community needs to know before the film comes out. Apart from that, visuals, I think we're clear. Are we clear? Hopefully you go see, hopefully you go watch, and hopefully you enjoy. But visuals, that was the Eternals, somewhat explained. Visuals, thanks for watching. Remember to keep being you and keep on web slinging out.